Okay, so let's look at these questions. So right now, these are some of the ratio questions that I believe you guys can do. So as usual, the teacher assistant will pause the video for you to tell her the correct answer, and then she will move on from there, okay? So let's look at this question. So right now, this question says that at first, the number of pencils to pens is 4:9. So we have pencils is to pens. 4:9. So for me, I like to put 4 unit is to 9 unit because they are the same ratio. But right now, this is the action that is happening. They say that after half of the pens were sold. So these pens, half of it is sold. Okay. So it means that I need to divide by 2 because this is the amount that is being sold. Okay. But I have a problem. So what is the problem? But first, you need to identify what question type is this. So based on this blue information, I will put a pause on the video. Okay, I want you to tell the teacher assistant what is this question type before we move on. Okay, so if the teacher has already continued playing this video, means one of you have gotten the correct answer. Yes, this is a clue to tell you that it's a one unchanged question. Why is it a one unchanged question? Because only pens change. Only pens change means the pencil stays the same. So now we have an issue, not just this. Do you realize that when I take 9 units divided by 2, I get a decimal of 4.5? So I don't like to have decimal. So what will I do? I will modify the question. Meaning to say that instead of 4 units, right now I put 8 units. And instead of 9 units, I right now put as 18 units. Means basically I times 2 times 2. Okay? Then now, when I do half, it's a lot easier because when I divide by 2, means 9 units sold. Okay, so 9 units sold. So at the end of the day, what will happen is I know that this is my after. So you all need to write before. I didn't write before. I give you guys some time to copy all this down first. Then we'll move on. All right, so right now let's move on. So the after means pencils, no change, because you know it's a one unchanged question. Only pens change, pencil stays the same. So this one is 9 units sold, means I need to take away. So I'm left with 9 units at the end of the day. And then when we read the question, change highlighter color, they say that I have a total of 680 pen and pencils left. Means this whole thing is 680. Okay, so right now we have these two add up. So it's 8 unit plus 9 units. That will give me 17 units. So I can form the link. 7 units, 17 units is 680. Okay. So right now, you guys are able to solve. They say, how many pencils did the shopkeeper have? I want you all to continue solve, and then tell the teacher assistant what is your answer. Your teacher assistant will go around and mark. Okay, so right now, let's move on to the next question. Question number 79. So question number 79, if you look at the question, they say that Daisy is to Sheila is 1:3. So I have Daisy, I have Sheila. So this is the before. So Daisy is 1 unit and Sheila is 3 units. So right now, this is the change that is happening. They say that Sheila gave Daisy 12 beads. So Sheila gave means minus 12 beads. So make sure you write minus 12 beads. And Daisy will plus 12 beads. So based on this blue information, I want you guys to tell the teacher assistant what kind of question type is this. Okay, so I'll pause the video here. Okay, so if the teacher assistant has already played this video, that means that you guys have already identified the right question type, that this is a total unchanged question. Okay? So write down that here is a total unchanged question because they are giving each other. So when it's a total unchanged question, means I need to have a total column. All right, so let's continue reading again. They say that the ratio now is 2:3. So this is the after. The after is 2:3. And because it's a total unchanged question, total means here is 4 units, here is 5 units, and they must be the same. All right. So right now, I want you guys to go and do this question type. And after that, let the teacher assistant mark your work. Okay, so question number 80, I believe by now you guys should be able to do. So I want you guys to go and try question number 80 on your own. Then after that, let the teacher assistant mark your question 80. Okay? So I'll give you guys some time to do question number 80 also. All right, so now let's move on to question number 84. So if you look at question number 84, ratio of Andy is to Bobby is 4:5. So if Andy is to Bobby, we have the before is 4 units is to 5 units. Okay? Now, this is the action that is happening. They say that after each of them donated an equal amount of money. So donated means I minus, I don't know how much, but I know that both of them donated means they minus the same amount. At the end of the day, the ratio becomes 1:3. That means that after becomes 1 unit is to 3 units. So right now, I want you guys to tell the teacher assistant what kind of question type is this, especially the one that I highlighted in blue. It's a very big clue. So the teacher assistant will pause. You guys will tell the teacher assistant what kind of question type is this before we move on. Okay, so if the teacher assistant played this video, that means that you guys have already identified that this is a difference unchanged question because they both minus the same amount. So because it's a difference unchanged question, you need to have a difference column. So what's the difference between these two? 1 unit. And what's the difference between these two? 2 units. And because it's a difference unchanged question, means they must be the same. So let me go and do the adjustment to make them the same. Means this one must times 2. Here must times 2. And here also must times 2. All right. So right now, they say that each of them donated $560 to charity. So they're trying to tell you that right here, it is $560. So I know at first it's 10 units and after becomes 3 units. That means that 7 units must have been my $560, right? So from there, I can find 1 unit. Okay, then from there, they say how much Andy have at first. So you can continue so. Then let the teacher assistant mark your work. All right, so right now the next one is age. I'm not sure whether you all remember whenever I talk about age, age means it's always a very particular or rather a very familiar question type. So what kind of question type is this? So I pause the video. So go and tell the teacher assistant what kind of question type is this. Okay, so if the teacher assistant has already played this video, means you all know that whenever you see age, is always a difference unchanged question type. So right now, they say that the ratio of Jet age is to Kevin's age is 2:5. That means that they are talking about the present. Remember, I always tell you guys that for age, we always have past, present, and future age. So this is the present age, which is the now. So now it's 2 units is to 5 units. So now they say that in 14 years' time, so in 14 years' time means both will add 14 because that will give you the future age. And they say the ratio will be 3:4. So that is the future age is 3 unit is to 4 units. And because I know that this is a difference unchanged question type, that means that I need to know there will be a difference column. So the difference column between the present age of 2 units and 5 units is 3 units. And the difference of the future is 1 unit. You must always make sure they are the same. But unfortunately, it's not the same for this case. Means here I need to times 3. Here I need to times 3 also. And here also I need to times 3. Okay, so from there you can form the link already. Because why? Because I know that right now, you can see this 5 unit to become 12 unit is 7 units. That means that 7 units is my 14 years of age. Then I can find 1 unit, which is 14 divided by 7, go to 2. But the question asks, how old is Kelvin now? So this is Kelvin now. So you can continue solve. Then after that, the answer, let the teacher assistant mark. Okay? Once you're done, put down your pen. Then we'll move on to the next question type. Okay, so right now, question number 87 is quite tricky. I need your full attention. Question number 87, can you see the boys change and the girls also change? And they both change by different amount. So for this case, there's no choice, but you need to draw a model already. So let's look at the original question, the one in pink. Boys is to girls is 7 is to 12. So what I'll do is boys 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the boys and this is the girls. The girls will be 2. Okay? So right now they say that 18 boys left and 6 girls entered. Okay. So how do I gauge? Can you see that at the end of the day is 4 is to 3? That means that the boys is left with 4 units and the girls become 3 units. But I want to see whether what I'm doing is correct. This is the after. After. Okay? So when they say 18 boys left, that means that here is 18. And then 6 girls entered. Okay? That means that here is 6. Right? So let's see whether it makes sense. If 1 unit is 6, and here got 1, 2, 3. 3 units. 6, 6, 6, 18. Yeah, so I know it makes sense. So I don't need to do any adjustment. All right? It's just nice. So I can form the link already that I know that 1 unit must be 6. Because it matches with 18 boys left and 6 girls entered. Entered means add on, left means they are gone. So they say that how many children were there in the hall at first? Children means the boys and the girls. So once I help you form the link already, you should be able to solve. So go and solve now and then let the teacher assistant mark.